Welcome back, everybody, to Movie Night with the Youngs. I'm Brittany.
And I'm Nicole.
And you are listening to this week's lightning round, where we go ahead and ask each other quick questions about the movie that we did for the week, which was The Little Mermaid. If you guys haven't seen that episode, our YouTube viewers, we will go ahead and put that episode in the description for you. And then everybody on the podcast platforms, go ahead and download that episode. It was
interesting.
It was okay.
Different.
Yeah. If you haven't, we won't spoil it for you. Just go back and see why we think that way. But I think we're just going to get into it today. Oh, well, we were going to talk about how in between waiting to start this episode, because we just record back to back because it's easier for us. Our mom had texted Nicole about how our dad is doing spring cleaning and he's just throwing things out without like notifying her, and it made us think about the one time well, you can talk about it.
The one time when, actually, I don't think we were living at home, because I feel like we came back and this happened, but maybe we were. I don't know. But it was his traditional spring cleaning where he always cleans out the garage, and we found out that he threw away all of our VHS Disney movies.
Mm-hmm. And we had them in like a Japanese tea box.
Yeah, and we had like every single one.
Yeah.
And came home and they were just gone, thrown in the dump. And we were very upset.
I mean, I was upset, but I think like mom actually cried.
Yeah.
Because she was saying she was saving them for grandchildren.
Yeah.
Which still.
It's okay.
Hasn't happened yet.
But for some reason, I do remember Little Mermaid. We lost the cover of it. And it's like a handwritten title on it that says The Little Mermaid in like pen.
Yep, and it's those plastic cases that if like you take the actual like poster art out, it's just white underneath.
Yeah, and that's what our really Little Mermaid looked like.
It was written in green.
Oh, was it?
The Little Mermaid that we wrote on it was written in green.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I can see it in my mind's eye.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Oh, that's really funny. But hey, that's what Disney Plus is for now.
Yeah.
Because like back in the day, you had to wait for them to like release it from the Disney vault. Like they would release the movie every like 5 years or something like that. And it was like a huge thing. But now they're just all on Disney Plus.
Yeah. That was fun though.
Disney Plus owes us so much money for how many times we've mentioned them on this podcast.
Right.
Well, should we start lightning round?
Yep.
Okay. So I'm going to ask Nicole random questions that I have written here on these little pieces of paper, and I'm just going to pick them at random, and she'd answer them and I'll answer them. I don't know why I just sang it like that. Okay. Ooh, starting with an easy one. What undersea creature would you be?
Undersea creature?
Above the seas like birds.
I definitely wouldn't be a bird, that's for sure.
So undersea was correct.
I would be an orca. That's pretty easy. Because they're just cool animals.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you shaking your head?
I don't know. You always say things very confidently, but then you don't have like any follow-up of reasoning or why.
I just said the reasoning. They're cool creatures.
Okay.
Enough said.
I feel like, I don't know. I mean, no, I don't want to be a mermaid because you'd be sought after. Like so many people would want to capture you.
Yeah.
I feel like I would like to be a dolphin. They're pretty smart. Like they're extremely smart. Like I heard dolphins can like they can just stop breathing on their own, like as a choice.
Why would they choose that?
Well, no, I was gonna say it's a really sad why I know that. Apparently one of the dolphins that was in the TV show Flipper, like after the show was done and she went into captivity, she like killed herself by just like stop breathing one day.
That's awful.
Yeah. But they're like extreme, like they're one of like the smartest animals. They're extremely smart. I mean, I don't want to be a dolphin for that reason. But I want to be a dolphin because they're very smart. Yeah. Okay, cool. I'm just gonna go into the next question then. That's great. That took a weird, dramatic turn.
Yeah.
Okay. So we talk about this in a lot of Disney movies, how basically our main characters just see like their love interest for like the first time and they're immediately in love.
Yeah.
Have you ever fallen in love at first sight?
Nope. Yeah, that's a pretty hard no.
Yeah. I mean, I've never fallen in love at first sight.
Yeah, I was gonna clarify a little bit. Like, there's a difference between love and like feeling an attraction.
I was gonna say love and lust,
Yeah,
but like I'm not like
yeah,
ripping people's clothes off.
yeah.
Cause like I
Some
definitely like there's like I don't know why. Every time I see a picture of JC Chazé from his NSYNC days, I'm like, oh God, what an attractive man like he's my type to a T.
That's funny.
JC Chazé, but from
Yeah.
NSYNC days.
Oh.
And every time I see him, I'm like, oh my gosh. Like I did actually see him in person a couple years ago at a mall, and it still got me like, oh my God, JC Chazé. But it wasn't love because I don't
Yeah.
know him. Like I just think he's super hot.
Yeah. I need to know somebody.
Yeah, I don't, because then at the same time, it's like, I mean, I don't know how many times I've been in love, but like people I've had crushes on, I wasn't necessarily like, you guys are JC Chazé level hot.
Yeah.
You know, it's about personality.
Yep. Agreed. So I've not experienced the Disney princess.
Love at first sight.
Yeah. Nope.
Wish you all the best. Okay. Ariel collects human trinkets, human artifacts from shipwrecks. Do you have any odd collections?
I don't even think I have collections at all. Yeah. Do I collect anything? I mean, I may have an obsession with Bath and Body Works candles.
Yeah, that's an odd. That's a collection. One or more is a collection of something.
Fine. I guess we'll say that.
You do have a problem.
But yeah, it's a slight problem. It's a slight issue. Stop throwing sales and then maybe people won't buy them.
But with the sales, they're still very expensive. Like it's not even really a sale.
Yeah. Yeah, it's an obsession.
Yeah.
But I haven't bought one in actually a while.
Because there's no, oh no, there are Bath and Body. Is there a Bath and Body Works up there?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's in the Diamond Mall. Right?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. I think it's by the Foot Locker.
Yeah. Like I have to check far to get it. So it better be a good candle.
I feel like everything in malls are by the Foot Lockers.
Foot Lockers are pretty common. There's probably a Foot Locker in every mall.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Like, it doesn't matter. It's like, hey, where are you going? Oh, we're going to the so-and-so store. It's by the Foot Locker. Like, it's always by the Foot Locker when you're talking about the malls.
I love Foot Locker.
Do I have any weird collections? I mean, I don't think I have weird collections now. I did a commercial last week, and the guy I was working with made fun of me because I still had DVDs and still watched them.
Wow.
Like I have over like 150 DVDs. I mean, that's not a lot, but like given the fact that nobody has DVDs, it's a lot.
Yeah, I have DVDs, but I don't watch them. I
watch
literally have them, but then I'll watch the exact same movie that I have on DVD through like a streaming service because it's just easier.
See, I can't do that because I'm like, I've already paid for the DVD, so I'm gonna do it. But I'm like, I don't know. When I was a kid, I was really into like
Beanie
Care Bear
Babies.
stuff. Yeah,
Beanie Babies.
Care Bears. But
I think that's it, actually.
Yeah. Like there's some people out there who have some interesting collections, but not us.
Like the coin collections and stuff.
I said interesting collection.
That is interesting.
Your answer was coin. Okay.
It's interesting.
Sure. Actually, do you remember that thing, that present that our Aunt Deneen made this like gift for our grandpa where like every year of his life, she put like a fact or like a historical fact, but she matched it with a penny from that year. So she had pennies all the way back to like he was born in 1931, but like she had like maybe missing 2 or 3 pennies from like 1931 to like, I think like the 1980s. And she had a penny for every year. I wonder where that is.
I don't know.
In the garage.
It's in the dump, probably.
It's probably in the dump.
We shouldn't make fun of that.
Mom said that we should make a whole podcast. Like that's how upset she was about what was thrown out this weekend. She's like, make a podcast about your father throwing things out. I was like, nobody would listen to that. It also sounds like a revenge podcast. Okay, last question. Have you ever changed yourself to impress a crush?
Whoa. I wouldn't go as so dramatic as like I'm changing my fin into legs. But I mean,
No.
you're sometimes like you're gonna dress differently, or maybe you wear makeup when traditionally maybe you don't, like things like that. You did your hair differently.
I need
I've done
specific
that.
examples.
Oh, those are my examples.
Specifically when?
Dressing. Oh, I have no idea.
Boo. Boo.
At the beginning of every relationship. How about that? Because then once you get past that, it's like, okay, I'm gonna wear sweatpants and the hoodie, and I'll be fine.
That's where I started. Yeah, I definitely 100% have. Like the two that are popping into my head is like when Facebook first came out, I had a crush on one of my friends at Gonzaga, where I went to my first college I went to. And Facebook had just come out, and like it was actually where people like put in like actual information about themselves. And one of them was like his favorite book was The Portrait of Dorian Gray. Had never read it. I put in my favorite book, Portrait of Dorian Gray. Yeah. Just hoping that he would see it.
Wow.
I don't think he ever did. We never got together, but like it was just one of those things where I purposely was like, "Ooh, I'm going to put that in there." And then I remember like after my crush was on him was done, I was like, "This is dumb." And like erased it and like put in, To Kill a Mockingbird, which is my favorite book.
That's funny.
And then it's not that I changed, but it's actually when someone thought that I had changed is when me and my fiance, when we first started dating, he told me that his favorite movie was Dumb and Dumber. And my second favorite movie is Dumb and Dumber.
It is?
Yes. Yes?
Really? I didn't know that.
Really?
Really?
You don't know what my top 5 is?
That doesn't seem like your kind of movie to me.
Are you for real, Nicole?
Yes, I'm for real. I've known you my whole life, and I would never say Dumb and Dumber.
I can quote that movie. Well, this is what it is. So I told him, I was like, "Oh, Dumb and Dumber," which also he thought it was very strange because I am a movie nerd. So yes, I do have a top 5. So I was like, "Oh, Dumb and Dumber is my second favorite movie." And he kind of looked at me. He was like, "Okay." And I was like, "Do you want to watch it? I own it on DVD." So we watched it. And while I was going through it, I started quoting it. And like afterwards, Shane was like, "I thought that you had just said that because you were trying to like impress me, but like this movie better than I know this movie." And I was like, "I don't joke about movies, son." Like, I would never say I like a movie. A book, maybe. I would never say I like a movie to impress a man.
Yeah, I still don't picture that, but okay, whatever you say.
Are you serious right now?
Yeah. I would never guess that.
It's interesting.
Learn something new every day.
Guess so. Guess so, Lloyd. Because you're definitely Lloyd. I'm Harry. Maybe I'm Harry, you're Lloyd. Anyways, that's the end of our lightning round. Yay!
Woohoo!
Thanks for being here with us, guys. As we said, if you watched this week's episode, we are actually going to be taking off next week. We will be back May 9th with a brand new episode for a brand new month, which is going to be movies that scared us that shouldn't have.
It should be interesting.
Should be interesting. Let us know what you think, what movies we're going to pick. But thank you so much for being here. Go ahead, follow us, like us, subscribe to us. I don't like the way I phrased that. But yeah, you guys know what to do on YouTube. Like, comment, follow. Thanks for the podcast listeners on the platforms. Download our episodes. Go ahead and follow us over on Instagram at @movienight_podcast. Thanks for being here with us, guys. We really appreciate it.
Have a good movie night. Bye.
We do. Bye.